Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Cinnabar Island, where the Cinnabar Flare are hosting the Hearthome Haunts. We have the third and second teams respectively battling it out for the second place position on the ladder, if not first, if they can jump up high enough. Hearthome Haunts are going to start out with Aegislash and Gorgeist, whereas Ninetales and Flareon are going to start out for the Cinnabar Flare, that Flare taking effect, and Gorgeist with its Frisk, but we already know everyone in the Elite Challenge Leagues holding a Leopard Berry. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win. Third place Cinnabar Flare or the second place Hearthome Haunts. Well, that was a mouthful. Conversion from Ninetales is going to start out the battle. Ninetales having the speed advantage with that 100 base speed. Flareon's going to follow it up. Flareon having that 130 base attack, and it's going to go with a Rock Throw to start off the battle. See that hit an Aegislash whilst it's still in its shield form. Aegislash is about to switch into its blade form, so its attack stats have switched with its defensive stats. That attack stats now become 140 attack and 140 special attack. Hits both Pokemon with that Hyper Voice as well, so it's a good start to the battle for Aegislash. Aromatherapy coming from Gorgeist puts that soothing aroma through the air, but it will fail. As always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, so if we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into a single battle at overtime. Ninetales now going with the Gastro Acid. Unfortunately, that fails as well. Flareon comes in with a Blaze Kick. This will be super effective no matter who it hits, and it goes for Gorgeist. And Gorgeist, it's a one-hit wonder. Gorgeist has been eliminated by Flareon with that Blaze Kick. Fantastic start for the Cinnabar Flare, who have lost their last two games. They were actually on top of the ladder before that happened. Ironhead now coming from Aegislash gets that stab boost as it's a steel type. So even though it wasn't very effective on Flareon, it still did a great deal of damage. But yet, Cinnabar Flare lost 2 games in a row, so now they're sitting in third, whereas the Hearthome Haunts have won their last 3 games and they've moved all the way up into second. So both teams going in opposite directions, but both of them desperately want to sit in that top 3. Good positioning for the finals. As we get closer to that, we're currently over a third of the way through the season. And Disarming Voice now coming from Poltergeist. Second time I've seen that in the battle, and it takes Flareon down into the red. Flareon with its opportunity to response. And it's going to go with an Endeavour. Unfortunately, it's not going to affect the Ghost typings, as they are immune to normal and fighting type attacks, and a Rock Throw coming from Aegislash. This is going to be super effective. And it goes for Ninetales, taking it down into the yellow. Poltergeist is on the field now. Very specially based with that 140 base special attack and 114 special defense. Ninetales now going with the Sleep Powder. This is good to prevent the opposing team doing any moves. And it goes for Aegislash, which is a fantastic for the fire types. Poltergeist now. Gonna go with a Slash. Looks like it's going to target Flareon. The potential to finish it off, and it does. Flareon has been eliminated, so now that's 1 down per side. Aegislash is still asleep, only just haven't been put to sleep with that Sleep Powder. Turtonator, the Fire Dragon coming out for the Cinnabar Flare. Turtonator with 135 physical defense. It's so different to see it facing the camera, see that star on its chest. Ninetales still with the speed advantage. It's going to go with a Pluck. Goes for Poltergeist. So Poltergeist's weak armor is actually going to lower its defense as well. It will boost its speed, so that may have the potential to go before Ninetales on the next turn. Has had its Leopard Berry just stolen by Ninetales as well with that Pluck. Poltergeist now going with a Sacred Fire on the fire types. And it goes for Turtonator. It isn't going to do a great deal of damage, not very effective at all. Aegislash has already woken up. You have to wonder if it's been in that intense sun. Wouldn't be comfortable. It's going to use Weather Ball, so it's going to become a fire type attack. So more fire type moves being done to the Cinnabar Flare. And this one's actually going to take Ninetales out of the battle. So that's 2 down for the Cinnabar Flare now, as the Hearthome Haunts take the lead. Blaze Kick now, second time I've seen this in the battle. Coming from Turtonator, going straight for Aegislash, and Aegislash is taken out with that super effective hit from Turtonator. It's 2 down per side, Poltergeist and Turtonator still on the field. So 4th Pokemon will be coming out for both sides. We have Arcanine coming out for the Cinnabar Flare, who has probably been the top performing Pokemon for the Flare so far this season. And Chandelure, a Fire Ghost type, coming out for the Hearthome Haunts. So Chandelure could have actually been drafted to the Cinnabar Flare. Chandelure has that 145 special attack, amazing stat. Sticky Web coming from Poltergeist. That's going to slow down any incoming Pokemon for the Cinnabar Flare. Arcanine has 110 attack and 100 special attacks, so really well rounded. Number 1 ranked Pokemon for the Cinnabar Flare. And it's going to go with a Brine, and it will target Chandelure, being super effective. Take it down into the yellow. Chandelure with its chance to respond. It's going to go with a knockoff. Targets Turtonator, decent hit. Knocks off the Turtonator's Leopard Berry. Turtonator with its opportunity to respond. So we have 3 fire types on the field at the moment. Goes with a Tail Slap, but it doesn't affect Poltergeist. As always, in our description below, we also have a link to our Instagram page. We can get regular fixture updates, so you're always welcome to check that out. We love the company. Leech Life now coming from Poltergeist. Going for Turtonator, it's not going to take much. But Poltergeist will restore a little bit of health thanks to that Leech Life. Arcanine now. Poltergeist being the quickest on the field with that speed boost. Arcanine goes with a Tickle. So it doesn't go for an offensive type move. But does continue to target Chandelure. Lowering Chandelure's attack and defense. Chandelure now is going to go with a Scratch. So it's not going to be a very powerful move. Goes for Arcanine. Very minimal damage. And we get a Gust now coming from Turtonator. Going for Poltergeist. Both of these teams have had good starts. Cinnabar Flare actually had a 4-game winning streak to start off their season. Psycho Shift will fail. Now it's Arcanine, but both teams sitting with a 4-2 record. Get a beat up now coming from Arcanine. It's going to hit 4 times. It's going to be super effective as well, and that weak arm is also going to disadvantage Poltergeist, so this move is going to do more damage every time it connects. There's 2. And there's that weak armor again. So you know this, it's not even going to need a 4th. Arcanine is about to take down Poltergeist and you're just waiting for it to happen. There's that 3rd hit. Poltergeist has been eliminated by Arcanine as it continues to be very impressive so far this season. Chandelure looking to avenge its teammate. Goes with a Thundershock from Chandelure. And it will target Arcanine in response to Arcanine taking down Poltergeist. Turtonator now with its opportunity to focus on Chandelure. It goes with a Fire Lash. So it will get that stab boost, but Chandelure will be not very effective thanks to its fire typing. It still takes Chandelure down into the red regardless though. 5th Pokemon now coming out for the Hearthome Haunts, and it's Dragapult. So Hearthome Haunts the number 1 Pokemon. Dragapult is also on the field. Arcanine and Dragapult, 2 very impressive seasons. You have to think they're both going to want to one-up each other. But Dragapult, the quickest Pokemon in the Elite Challenge League, is going to go first, and it's going to start off with a Scratch attack. It goes for Turtonator, taking it down into the yellow. Dragapult also has that 120 base attack, 100 special attack, and a Heal Pulse from Arcanine going for Dragapult, wanting to make sure it's at full strength. Chandelure is going to go with an Energy Ball and target Arcanine. Arcanine almost gets taken down into the yellow by that move. Turtonator's with its chance to respond. It's going to go with a Play Nice. So we have 2 Dragon types and 3 Fire types on the field at the moment. Dragapult's Clear Body prevents its stats from being lowered. Speaking of impressive starts to the season, Hearthome Haunts were in the first game ever in the Elite Challenge League, and they had a clean sweep in their first ever game. And Dragapult has just eliminated Chandelure, its own teammate, with its Discharge. It's terrible. The Hearthome Haunts are now down to only 2 Pokemon, and it's thanks to their own Dragapult. Both Arcanine and Turtonator have been paralyzed by that Discharge though. Arcanine shakes it off and goes for a Feather Dance, but the Clear Body again for Dragapult prevents its stats from being lowered. Turtonator, however, can't shake the paralysis, so it won't get a move off this turn. The last Pokemon for the Hearthome Haunts, Decidueye, comes out to the field. Has that 107 attack as well as the 100 special attack and special defense. So the top 2 ranked Pokemon for the Hearthome Haunts are on the field. They're going to have the speed advantage with Arcanine and Turtonator being paralyzed, and a Psychic Terrain now coming from Dragapult. It's going to boost Psychic type attacks. As I was saying, Hearthome Haunts had a clean sweep in their very first game, the very first Elite Challenge League match ever to take place. So both teams know how to start the season strong. Both of them are going to want to take a very strong time through the middle though, and Arcanine gets hit with that Horn Leech. Not very effective, but Decidueye does take a fair bit of energy, and Arcanine is unable to get a move off. Turtonator is going to go with the Simple Beam. And it targets Decidueye, so Decidueye's ability is going to change from Overgrow into Simple. So its stats have the potential to be doubled more than usual, or actually taken down more than usual as well. Dragapult still with that speed advantage, can finish off Arcanine here, can finish off Turtonator as well, and goes with the Inferno, but Turtonator avoids the attack. Decidueye goes with a Gunk Shot, and Turtonator avoids that attack as well. 2 moves avoided by Turtonator to keep itself in this battle. And a Tailwind coming from Arcanine. That Tailwind's going to come and boost the Cinnabar Flare. Turtonator can't shake off the paralysis. Could avoid the attacks, can't shake the paralysis. It's terrible for Turtonator. Dragapult needs to take advantage of that impressive attack stat. It's going to go with a beat up. We've already seen this previously in the battle. And it only needs to hit Arcanine once. And Arcanine has been eliminated. The same move it used to take down Poltegeist. So Dragapult has eliminated the impressive Arcanine. Play rough now, coming from Decidueye. And you have to think this is going to finish off Turtonator. And it almost does. But Turtonator's just holding on. Turtonator's going to respond with a Boom Burst, but it won't affect either Dragapult or Decidueye again because of that Ghost typing. And we have the Kanto Fire Starter Charizard coming out for the Cinnabar Flare. Fire Flying type, not a Dragon like Turtonator is. Charizard with the speed advantage on the field at the moment. And it's going to go with a Head Smash. Massive hit on the Decidueye, taking it down in the yellow, and I'm surprised that Charizard would actually have the speed advantage on the field at the moment, as its speed is only 100. Hyper Beam, though, coming from Dragapult. This is going to be amazing to see. And it already takes Charizard down into the red with that amazing Hyper Beam. Decidueye could actually finish it off here, and it's going to go with a Horn Attack. And it does target Charizard, and Charizard has been eliminated on its first turn on the battlefield. Charizard is out of here, and it is now a 2 versus 2 battle. Turtonator is going to want to take someone down now, and it's going to ride that Surf. So it's going to hit both Dragapult and Decidueye. Not very effective on either Pokemon, though. Last Pokemon, Cinderace, is going to come out for the Cinnabar Flare, and it's going to have that Libero hidden ability. All home team Pokemon have the hidden ability. So Cinderace's typing is going to change every turn based on the move it uses. Cinderace also comes out with that 119 speed, so it's going to be the quickest on the field now. It also has that 116 attack. Goes with a Guard Swap, so its typing is going to become Psychic. And it chooses to do the Guard Swap with Dragapult, and Dragapult's going to take this turn to recharge after that Hyper Beam. Dragapult's going to go with a Double Kick. It targets Turtonator, and it only needs one. Turtonator is taken out of this battle, and the Hearthome Haunts have gone from a 4-2 disadvantage to a 2-1 advantage over the Cinnabar Flare. Psychic Terrain's left the field. So Cinderace all by itself, but it does have the typing advantage over Decidueye. Or it did until it became Psychic type, sorry. Get a Swallow now coming from Dragapult, but it will fail. So Dragapult's speed has gone back up. Echoed Voice now coming from Libero, but its typing changes to normal, but it's not going to hit either of the opposing Pokemon. Decidueye with an opportunity to capitalize and goes with an Eruption. So the normal type Cinderace takes damage from that Eruption, no longer being a Fire type. Dragapult now goes with a Pollen Puff. Decent damage there to Cinderace, taking it down into the yellow. We're going to get a Defog now coming from Cinderace, whose type's going to change to Flying. So it's not going to go for an offensive type attack. However, Decidueye's ability to evade attacks has been lowered. Decidueye now can go with an electric type attack. Instead goes with a Mega Drain, so this won't be very effective on the Flying type Cinderace. Decidueye is able to get some of its health back though. Amazing that we're down to a 2-1 game. Both these Pokemon, second and third, they both want this win. They want to get as close to getting into first place as possible. Dragapult now going with a Bug Bite onto the Flying type. Again, not very effective, but it'll take Cinderace down into the red. And it'll also take Cinderace's Leopard Berry in the process. Cinderace with its opportunity to respond. And it's going to go with a Rock Polish, so it's going to become the Rock typing, but it's only going to boost its speed, not going to go for an offensive move. So Dragapult and Decidueye continue to chip away at Cinderace, who isn't taking advantage of its 116 attack. And now it's Decidueye with the Endeavor, but it won't affect Cinderace. Massive health advantage, especially to Dragapult here. The other Pokemon's still in the green. Cinderace with that speed advantage now goes with a Recycle. So its type will change to normal, but it's gonna fail. So it still continues to not go for the physical type attacks, and a Cross Chop's gonna come from Dragapult. This could do it. And that is it. The Hearthome Haunts have beaten the Cinnabar Flare, which is fantastic for the Haunts, who get their 4th win in a row, whereas the Cinnabar Flare continue their losing streak. This is 3 games in a row, which unfortunately they started out with an amazing Blaze Kick to Gourgeist. Blaze Kick actually taking out the first 2 Hearthome Haunts Pokemon. But it was back and forth throughout a lot of this battle. Amazingly, even that Weather Ball taking out Ninetales by Aegislash. But unbelievable, as I say, not Dragapult and Decidueye taking down the last 4 Cinnabar Flare Pokemon. The Hearthome Haunts come out with the victory whilst they're in second, improving their record to 5-2. The Hearthome Haunts next week will be taking on the Viridian Fissure in Viridian City, so they'll be in Kanto again. And they'll want to have a good game, as they should have the advantage over the Viridian Fissure, who have been having a very poor season so far. Whereas the Cinnabar Flare are going to want to try and break this losing streak that is not helping them this season whatsoever when they go to the Unova region to take on the Striaton Spring. Striaton Spring will have the type disadvantage as well, Grass versus Fire. So the Cinnabar Flare will want to break this losing streak. They don't want to lose 4 in a row and take their record to 4-4. But amazing performance there, especially by Decidueye and Dragapult chipping away at the Cinnabar Flare and coming out with the victory, even at a disadvantage. Dragapult would have been very happy to get that elimination over Arcanine. But as always, Nidorinos and Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field today. And always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you guys next time.